Gang awareness and anti-bullying strategies are the focus of 3 upcoming mini camps being offered to Norfolk youth and adults this summer. Joining us now are Officer Allie Williams from Norfolk Police Department and Jacqueline Johnson of Recreation Parks and Open Space. Of course, they constitute a partnership, which is just part of a much larger partnership that's making this possible. Before we get to that, let's find out what is this mini camp and what is it going to offer people? Because all we know is that it's going to address some of these issues.
Yes, Jan. First, I'd like to say thank you for having us today.
Pleasure.
These 4 forums, or mini camps, are designed to give information to parents and also kids who may be approached when it comes down to gangs, parents and kids when it comes down to being bullied. So you may have, as a parent, you may have a child who is a bully, don't know how to get him to stop bullying. You may have a child who is being bullied, and he may not know how to stop that bullying from affecting him, because it will affect home, school, and everywhere else that child may be.
Yeah, big issue.
Big issue.
And can really affect quality of life down the road for everybody.
Yes.
And the Parks, Recreation and Open Space is providing the locations.
Absolutely. It's paramount for us to work with the Norfolk Police Department because essentially all of us have the same goal in mind, to keep our community safe, to keep our kids engaged, to keep our communities engaged in everything that we do. So the partnership that we have is critical. You know, in offering everything. So we've opened our doors to our facilities and embraced everyone who was willing to step up to the plate to really tackle this big issue.
And a big issue it is. So it's a broad issue too. It can affect people of all ages actually, but it often begins during youth and in school. So summertime is a good time to step back and say, okay, what is it can we do? So if I were going to go attend one of these things, what would I experience once I'm there?
What you would experience is you would come in. We would initially have a opening where parents and kids are addressed. We have breakout sessions where parents will be in one area and the kids will be in a separate area getting 2 different types of information. Basically a presentation that's basically catered to those age groups. Once those 2 sessions are over, they come back together and we have Q&A. So questions and answers are being given where the officers and anyone else, any other adult that's there can ask questions and have things answered. It's one of those forms where we just want to make sure that the parents know that when you send your child out to buy clothing and you're giving them money to go shop on their own, they may be getting something that's not what you would suggest, because they may be getting something basically to identify themselves as being in gangs. So we want to make sure that the parents get information in regards to how to stop your kids from joining gangs.
Right. So yeah, some of the signs and symptoms of gang-related associations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Which is there a particular age where that really becomes more of an issue?
There is not an age. We have seen as young as 8- and 9-year-olds who join what may be a homegrown gang. If we had one of the investigators here from the gang unit here, he would basically say that we don't necessarily have organized gangs, we have unsupervised kids. And that's what we have to gear on. It takes a village to raise a child, and we always say that even as a neighbor, if you see something, you should say something.
So this is a great educational opportunity for parents or people in a community to teach them how to be more observant or better observers of behavior, and for the kids to recognize what might not be a sign of friendship, but something a little more ominous, and what it could lead to, and how to extract yourself from that. Is that part of this too, if a child is approached?
Yes, information will be given how to avoid being drawn into gangs, and also how to deal with bullying. We all know that neither one, gangs or bullying, doesn't have a color. So if you're black, brown, green, E.T., if he was on Earth, he would have an issue maybe with the gang. So we want to make sure we definitely get that information out to on how to avoid being involved in gangs.
What time of day is this going to be offered, and where?
The event on The 18th of July is going to be held at Norview Community Center, and the following event that's going to be held August 1st, I believe it is. August 1st, that's going to be held at Park Place Community Center. And the events are between the hours of 12 and 4 on Saturdays.
Okay, so they're on Saturdays, which a lot of people are free, whether if you're an adult and you're working or what have you. And then the afternoon, so you're not dealing with nighttime, and it's generally hot outside anyway, so you'll be indoors?
Yes.
No marshmallows, no campfires? No?
None of that, but there will be food and entertainment as well.
Yes.
You know, we are, along with all of our partners, we just kind of pulled our resources together, and we're offering hamburgers, hot dogs. You know, there will be a small cookout session, as well as entertainment as well. Everything can't be all serious, you know. You kind of let your guard down a little bit more and enjoy the afternoon as well.
Well, socializing is a big part of it too, and you probably get to meet some of your neighbors and talk about what you're learning.
Yes.
That's the goal.
Yeah, great. Now this partnership that you have is, as I said earlier, just part of a much larger partnership. Who else is behind pulling this kind of mini camp together?
We have 6 great agencies that are combined together. Norfolk Police Department's Police Athletic League, which I represent. We have the Norfolk Redevelopment and Housing Authority. We have Recreations, Parks, and Open Space. We have the Commonwealth Attorney's Office. We have VGIA, which is the Virginia Gang Investigators Association, and we also have the Office of the Attorney Generals. So those 6, we 6, have come together to really make these forums happen.
Okay, I know it's great to be a part of something that powerful, because the issues at hand are extremely powerful issues, and you have to find different ways to approach them. But you know, just what you mentioned about giving a child money to go purchase something and that it may not end up going to whom they think.
Yes.
Seems like such an innocuous and innocent thing, but
Definitely a little more sinister sometimes.
yeah. Well, it's great that this is going to be offered. So, and there is another date, an additional date that has yet to be determined. So if you miss the first 2, there's always the opportunity to go again.
Yes, yeah.
So you can always give Officer Williams a call. He'll be glad to fill you in on it. And thank you both for sharing the information about the camps. I think that it's a great idea, and I hope you get a great attendance, because I know your goal is to make sure that people come away with something they can find very useful and helpful in their lives and in their community.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Thanks again, Jan.
Is your child old enough to be home alone? How safe is your child in the summer heat, on the playground, or in a parked car? Some surprising answers when we come back.